You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so I would just say the first time I heard about land in Ekpe is about 5 years ago because my parents were relocated from our area to Ekpe as that's about 5 years ago thereabout. Now, that's the first time I heard about land in Ekpe. Okay, so my dad told me he had gotten where we stay at the value of 500,000 naira per plot. So I'll just look at it from that perspective and say that was pretty much the market value of land in Ekpe as at 5 years ago. So yeah, and as a realtor, I started my real estate journey in the year 2021, and as at then, we still had properties in Ekpe selling from 400,000 naira to 500,000 naira per plot. So yeah, that was the market value at the time. Okay, so this is actually a topic that interests me a lot because when we speak of, I'm a realtor, right? So what we try to do is help clients to identify value early. But at the time, when we tell prospects about land in Ekpe, their reaction is always that bush. I mean, let's examine it from my own perspective. I just told you about 5 years ago, coming into Ekpe for me was terrible because of the way the place was. Now imagine prospects, imagine investors looking at it from that angle. They'll tell you, at that bush, what am I going to do there when I have better locations like, Abidjan, within closer proximity to the hustle and bustle of Lagos State? Coming to Ekpe at the time, people were not interested, they did not want to know, and of course, they didn't understand the prospects of development that Ekpe had at the time. So the reaction is always a no. No, we're not interested, it's too far, it's bushy, and that's that. Now, I was telling a client recently about a property that was selling in Ekpe for I think 1.5 million naira in the year 2019 or so, and right now that same plot is valued at about 20 million, and it's like within 2019 to this point in time, that's about just 3-4 years or so. So right now we have plots in Ekpe that are selling for about 100 million and more. I mean, look up places like Isimi, Lagos. Ekpe has increased in value exponentially, and we can say this is due to the major developments that are coming to this axis. I mean, we're having an international airport, we have the Alaro City, and like I said, we have the 6-lane road that is extending to Abramade Sonya. This in itself is a major attraction for investors, and location thrives on population, and we need factors that would boost this population and encourage them to stay. In other words, we need things that will maintain their livelihood in this location. We have a lot of that coming into Ekpe. If you were handed or given the key to a gold mine, or let's say a bag of gold, right, would you turn it down because it's still in its raw form? Would you say, oh no, I don't want that, I don't even want to go through the stress of refining it and all, just take the gold, I'm not interested? I don't think there's anybody on the planet that will say no to that. That is Ekpe. Ekpe is gold in its unrefined form. It is currently being refined. So I'm very sure if I handed to you a parcel of land in Lekki right now for free, you would not turn it down. And now we're telling you to get a place like Lekki at stipend as low as 2 million and thereabouts, and we're talking about hundreds of millions in return on investment. So if you can, do everything in your power to own your stake in Ekpe right now, because I can assure you, as a matter of fact, that in the next 5 to 10 years, you would wish you had a lot more than a plot in Ekpe. So yeah. My name is Tomi Sampson, and I'm a real estate consultant in the city of Lagos. And of course, I partner with Symbolic. So get your real estate dealings from Symbolic.